So I got married today. I married a Russian spy.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hola amigos, привет, друзья. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. You know, I get comments on my other videos. I don't show the real Moscow, that I only show these beautiful snow-covered parts, right? Okay, so here. Urban Moscow. This is it. This is it. Yep. Urban Moscow. Hey, so if you're watching this video, I'm married, but today, the day of this filming, is actually the day before my wedding. And I'm on my way to pick up my suit for the big day tomorrow. But wanted to make this video to show you. Look. See? Here we have City Cruise cleaning up snow. So that Moscovites can move around the city and do what needs to be done. Yep, here we go. So, guys, thought I'd take this opportunity to talk to you and tell you the story of how I have come to be living in Moscow and married to a Russian spy? Really? really interesting story. But first, I've got to pick up my suit and I got to find out where this place is. Because even though I've been here before, I kind of forgot, so I think I need to... No, I don't. It's right here. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a minute. Let me go get my suit. So shout out to Suit and Tie in Moscow. So if you guys are in Moscow and you need formal wear for whatever occasion, I cannot recommend Suit and Tie more. These guys will take care of you. Great service located here in Moscow. All right. Got my uniform for tomorrow. Uniform of the day is wedding suit. Okay, let's cross this street now. Here we go. Cars stop. So, let me continue the story about the Russian spy. Well, actually, we're past the spy. So, what happened next? Oh, yeah. Okay, so next in the story is I proposed in January of 2020 with the plan to return to Moscow in May of 2020. But as we all remember, something happened in March of 2020 that changed the world dramatically. And of course, I don't want to say it, but you know what it was. It was a and you know, And yeah, that, which we won't mention. But anyway, that stopped worldwide travel and pushed back our plans by about 2 years. So then in May of 2023, I and my cat Titan, I'll introduce you to Titan one of these days, along with Mrs. Moscowphotographer, we moved to Moscow. Oh, and let me address something, guys. In my previous video, I was talking about propaganda and Putin. If you haven't seen that, go see that right now. That's a great episode. I sound off about propaganda. But regarding propaganda, I forgot the point I was going to make. What was the point I was going to make? Here in 2022. Oh, so the point I was going to make is that in that video, I mistakenly said that the SMO began on 2/24/23. Okay, I got my dates wrong. It's like, dude, I've been trying to get over here to live in Moscow, to get married, to apply for my temporary residency for years. That all of these years kind of blend together, so I goofed. It's actually SMO started in 2022. All right, that's for the record. Okay, back to the story. So I moved here in May of 2023. We go to Zags. Now Zags is the governmental office where you register your marriage in Russia. Went to our Zags office, presented all our documents. And we had done our research before, so we figured we had all the documents that we needed. Until we discovered that there's one small document that if you've been previously married, you need a document from your original jurisdiction where you got divorced. You need this form, this legal form from the government that says that you are not currently married. Well, I thought a divorce decree would suffice because, well, it means I'm divorced. But no, they demand, and rightfully so, a form from the government that says that you are not currently married. So I found this form in Texas. It's an affidavit. You simply sign the affidavit, you have it notarized, and then it has to be apostille. It needs an apostille from the state of Texas, which is with the Department of State. So this meant this little crazy detail meant that I had to return to Texas because I had to sign this document in front of a notary, and then I had to send the document to the Texas Secretary of State for apostille. Oh my gosh, this is in June of 2023. Okay, I got that date right. So I waited until Christmas holidays to return to Texas to complete this paperwork along with some other paperwork that I needed before I returned to Moscow. It's expensive to travel back and forth between Russia and the States, thanks to some wonderful sanctions and propaganda from the USA. So So, got my documents, returned to Moscow right before New Year's, went to Zags, everything is in order, and now Mr. Moscowphotographer can marry his Russian spy, and she becomes Mrs. Moscowphotographer. So my friends, I got married today. I married a Russian spy. Yeah. So, how did I come to meet my Russian spy? Let me tell you the story. It's an interesting story. So I met Mrs. Moscowphotographer the way most people meet their spouses in the 21st century, and that is online. And after about a year of chatting, we decided we wanted to meet each other in person. So I decided to travel to Russia to meet her in the summer of 2018. Now, I had not taken a lot of vacation at work for several years. And so when my friends at work, which my friends are like family, by the way, especially when you work in law enforcement or public safety, your family, your work family is really your second family. So my second family at work saw that I had taken 3 weeks vacation, and they said, "Hey Ed, where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to Russia." And they said, "Russia? Where?" I said, "Moscow." And they said, "What are you going to do in Moscow?" I said, "I'm going to meet a woman." And they said, "You're going to Moscow to meet a woman?" I said, "Yes." And they said, "How did you meet this woman?" I said, "Well, I met her online." They said, "Whoa, wait. You're going to Moscow, Russia to meet a woman that you met online?" I said, "Yeah." And they said, have you spoken to her? Have you done like FaceTime? Do you know she's a woman?" I said, "Well, no, we've just been chatting back and forth. We're going to meet in person for the very first time when we meet at the airport." And they said, "Are you serious? You're going to Moscow to meet a woman you've never met before? You don't even know if she's a real one. She could be a bearded man." I said, "Yeah, she could be a bearded man, but I really don't think she is." "What if she's a bearded man?" "Well, all right, she's a bearded man. All right, dude, let's go to a couple bars. Let's go drink some Russian beer, maybe some Russian vodka. Let's go check out some football games. I don't know, show me the scene, you know? Let's have a good time." "No problem." And they said, "Okay, what if they kidnap you for money?" "Well, I don't have any money, so if you guys want me to come back, you guys better start saving up some cash so you can pay the ransom." And then they said, "What if she's a Russian spy?" And I said, "Well, if she's a Russian spy, I feel sorry for her because she's going to be the worst Russian spy ever." And I said, "They're going to take me to a back room and debrief me for a couple of hours. Then they're going to come out and they're going to say, 'Hey, come here. This guy knows nothing. He knows no secrets. He's from South Texas. He's some Mexican. He has no secrets whatsoever. You are the worst spy ever. You're fired.'" So I feel sorry for her if she is a Russian spy, okay, because she's going to be fired because I know nothing. Well, of course, she's not a Russian spy. So I know a lot of you are going to be asking, how did I decide that I wanted to live in Russia? So Mrs. Moscowphotographer is very secure in her career. And if she were to just root up and move to the U.S., this would be like career suicide for a couple of reasons. First, there is no guarantee in the current political environment that she could even get a visa to the U.S. She couldn't even apply for it here in Moscow because if you saw my previous video, you know that the embassy here in Moscow is closed to most business. So we would have to go to another country to even start the process. The second part is there's no real reciprocity in academia. So her professional career, her professional education may not transfer to the United States. It's just a big mess. So it's just better for her to stay here, finish her career out in Russia. As for me, I'm retired, so I can uproot and move here. But it turns out that Russia reminds me of the America of my youth. It reminds me of the America of my youth. So very comfortable, so very accommodating, that for me, it's just natural to want to come here. So I decided that I would move here to Russia, and that's what I did. And today, as you look behind us, we celebrate our marriage here at this reception hall with friends and family. It's been great. So guys, down in the comments, tell me where you're watching from. And tell me, would you marry a Russian spy? Oh my gosh. So the question is, do Mrs. Moscowphotographer and I going on a honeymoon? And the answer is yes, indeed. But it will have to wait a few months as we are extremely busy with work, with personal projects, and with immigration situations as well. So the answer is yes, but maybe over the summer. Plus, you know, weather would be nicer. We can go someplace warm, maybe someplace wet, warm and wet, by the coast somewhere. My friends, if you are so inclined to do so and you would like to contribute a small gift to Mrs. Moscowphotographer and I, there are links down in the show notes. We love and appreciate each and every one of our viewers and subscribers. And if you haven't done so already, please click the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Share this video with your friends and your family. Let them know what the real Moscow is like. Okay guys, much love to you. We will see you next time. Хорошего дня from beautiful, snowy Moscow, Russia. Пока.